Hey guys, it's Alex and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. By the title of the video, you are probably wondering, wow, one video in and a girl on the internet is already selling her nudes. No, that is not it. I have a confession to make. I am a secret hoarder of lewd figures. Now, I know by seeing my last figure collection, you're probably like, dude, we already saw it. You got the Camilla figure, you got the Yoko figure, boobs, we get it. You also admitted to looking under your figure skirts. She's really cool. Sorry. I don't know why, and I'm sure everybody else does this, but I just always want to see what color the underwear are. That video was not released. So yes, like any good true weeb, I have a lewd side of my interests. I'm not gonna name off things. I don't know if the camera can see my copy of Metamorphoses down here. That was given to me. But throughout collecting figures, I never was really interested in like the super lewd ones, but in my last video there was somebody in the comments who did know of my collection and who did know of the legendary Bush-chan. Now honestly, I can talk about these figures. I mean, for the most part, they're very dressed, and the ones that aren't, we're just not going to show them, but I can talk about them and send you guys links to those figures. My figures, my lewds, there's a central theme in them, and that is that as a thick bitch, I am interested in other thick bitches. I'm sure you know where this is going. I have a small collection of Super Sonico and Super Pachiko figures. I don't have a lot. I did have another set recently, their Magician set, that I just got rid of because I didn't really like them. That being said, I do have the winter set. Here they are. These were one of my more recent hauls. Super Pachiko, probably definitely more my favorite, but like I have this obsession where if something's in a set, if something comes out and it's obviously meant to be together, I have to buy them together. I think I already mentioned that with the whole Mermaid Ray and Asuka, and then my panty and stocking figures and stuff like that. But these are the winter sets, and these were actually a little bit harder to find. I kind of don't understand the wearing the bikinis and then the scarves, but like they look good. They look cute as fuck. I love them. And then I think the last figures I can actually show you is the Super Sonico and the Super Pachiko in white bathing suits. So like I said, I like sets. These are obviously meant to be together. I mean, hello, they fit together, but they're just so cute and they're so plain and classic, and I really appreciate that. Do you really need an excuse to like Super Sonico? You ain't gotta explain why you like her. You just do. It's like the rite of passage for collecting anime figures is like when you're 14 to 17, you gotta get a Miku figure. You have to have one. That's the minimum requirement of being an anime figure collector. Once you turn 18 to like whatever, you buy a Super Sonico and you just like her and you don't know why. I don't make the rules, I obviously just follow them. Now I have two other figures that are more lewd than those, which it obviously was not hard to be more lewd, but those, for obvious reasons, I cannot show on YouTube. One of them I can show a before picture of when I bought her. It's kind of like a joke. Somebody listed this on Depop. There she was, disgusting. So they sent it to me in all of its ugly glory, and with the encouragement of my friends, I repainted it. And now it looks a little bit nicer. It's still, I couldn't fix everything. This is the original figure, so she bought me was a knockoff. So this is the original figure. And I couldn't get it to look like the original at all. I tried to acetone everything and soak everything in hot soapy water. No, but I did repaint it. So if I can, I'll Photoshop a picture of kind of what it looks like now. And it's really cute. I mean, it's obviously fake, so I don't really take the best care of it. I just kind of toss it around. I just thought it was funny and it was something to do. So that's where I put my money. The last lewd figure that I have is a very legendary piece. It is a very, it's a legend. It is a myth within my friend group. So one convention, I can't remember which one it was, me and my friends were walking through dealer's hall. We walk into this booth that has tons of keychains, and we're making our rounds, and all of a sudden I hear, "Dude, come here, what the fuck is that? And in the corner, behind the man who was selling at this booth, was a figure in a box that had the cover on it. It had like a cover. Actually, I have the box on. So in the corner at this anime booth, there is a box. A box with a window. And luckily for us, the window was open. And inside we saw probably the most beautiful anime figure I had ever seen. It was Bush-chan. This is a figure released by Orchid Seed. And if you know Orchid Seed, they do a lot of lewd hentai figures. I don't know who she is. Her name is the Pinup Lady. So we asked the guy behind the counter, how much is this figure? I think he said at the time like $150, and for us we were like, ooh, wouldn't spend $150 on that, but let me go spend $150 on a bunch of shit in Artist Alley to support small businesses. So we left, but then we came back. And we kept coming back and circling this figure and trying to convince my one friend, who at one point at a different convention dropped at least $300 on a set of Love Life figures that now live in the trunk of my car, explain that later, to buy her because it was just so amazing. It was this anime figure with her boobs out, obviously, and a G-string, obviously. But what was coming out of that G-string was the craziest thing that we had ever seen on an anime figure. It looked like there was a venonat in her G-string. I don't know why I'm censoring this part because I dropped the F-bomb like 8 times, but it was amazing. And so, because you watch, you know, hen whatever, and you read hen whatever, and you're like, smooth. Everyone smooth. But not this figure. This figure had more confidence than I could ever have. The guy explained it to us that Orchid Seed had released this figure, and they do special drops where they're colored a little bit differently. So there are versions of the Pinup Lady without the venonat in her snatch. But we were, no, she was it. We left that convention without her. These people were at a separate convention, they brought her to it. Still tried to talk my friend into it, couldn't do it. Yuri on Ice was a huge year for her. And one day when we all had big boy jobs and we were all very excited, we saw the booth. We were like, oh, they have it. I was like, I'm gonna buy it this year. We're gonna buy it. Me and my friend were gonna split. She was gonna spend weekends at my house. We were gonna do the whole divorced parent thing. Gone. She was gone, and we were so heartbroken. It was like sad when we found out that we could not buy Bush-chan. So fast forward to the beginning of quarantine, I had put in some orders for figures from shopping services, and then that's when I remembered her. So there I am, sitting at my computer, not having any reference point to her. I didn't know her name, I didn't know who released her, and I didn't know how to describe the paint job. I didn't know how to describe the paint job. There you go. It took me a lot of time to find her on eBay. Call out posts to people who are posting pictures of figures that they're selling. Please post full body pictures. I don't want to know what the figure looks like from the head to the chest. I need to see the whole body. Finally, somebody in Japan wrote a blog, thank you so much, describing the paint job on these figures. And he had post pictures, and in Japanese had written the version of it. The version was like Mofu Mofu or something, but I was so happy at the same time. And that's when I found her. Now there are also many different colorways to this figure, but I wanted the specific one. I don't know why, I just needed this one. The person did keep this in very good condition. It was still in the shrink wrap when I had bought this, but that made me even more mad because I couldn't see inside the box. But it did come with this online limited edition sticker that is coming off. And so I bit the bullet. I didn't know what she was gonna look like until she showed up, and thankfully she showed up with the paint job. And let me tell you, that was the funniest fucking Zoom call I had ever had. And that is the story of my very small lewd collection. Hentai figures are so expensive in the first place, so to the people who just collect them, shout out, do you, be crazy and lewd as you want. Just tell me where you buy your stuff. There's one figure from the same person who actually wrote Metamorphosis. I think Native, they came out with a figure of her and I really want it because I heard it's really weird. But I can't get it anywhere for less than $500. I kind of want like a yaoi one, but I don't read a lot of yaoi. I just think it'd be cool to have a yaoi one. I don't know, represent the men. But thank you guys so much for coming back to this channel. I promise I'm gonna try and update you guys a little bit more often. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys later.